Hello, my fellow Nigerians in Yorkshire, and Nigerians in Leeds, and in the diaspora and at home. Would like to welcome you to the Nigerian Yorkshire Communities Network, UKCIC group in Leeds, in West Yorkshire, in the United Kingdom diaspora. And thank you so much for everybody that have been watching our YouTube. We have been releasing lots of YouTube, to you in Nigerians in the diaspora and Nigerians at home. I hope that our YouTube channel has been really helping you. There is a lot of things that you can learn from our YouTube brief, and the reason why we do this is all because we're a charity organization, community group interest in the United Kingdom, and we look after Nigerian families, students, and businesses, and we work with other organizations and charities as well. So welcome again. My name is Engineer J. Skolawole. As you know, I'm the founder and the president. And on behalf of our committees and the volunteers and directors and stakeholders, we like to give you more brief, information that will help you, whether you're a Nigerian student or families or businesses that lives in the diaspora, or Nigerian student or businesses that lives at home. So thank you so much. So today is a quick one, and I just want to update you on, again, our award Japa. Japa, as you know, we have released lots of series of Japa video. Please, we want you to go back to our YouTube to watch it. There's a lot of YouTube videos you can, but today is about updates on Japa. A lot of Nigerian student families that are living in the United Kingdom. A lot of students are here to study, families are here to settle down or to live. And we have Nigerians that are here to do businesses. So we give you an update. So on the result of the Japa. So today there's been a quick update from the UK Home Office, and they have now decided to, so the topic for today is Japa. And we are echoing this out to you for you to be aware. And please, if you're a Nigerian student, families and businesses living in the diaspora, or you're a Nigerian individual or family just trying and planning to embark on a journey to the United Kingdom, this is the new update. And the new update is that the United Kingdom will be restricting visas for Nigerian students, Nigerian families, and not only Nigerians, Pakistans, and Sri Lankans, as well. But today we're only particular about Nigerians, and this is why we bring our channel to you on a daily basis, or weekly or monthly, to give you an update. Now, so the UK government have now done a lot of assessments. As you know, if you look at our Japa video, there's a lot of things that, Nigerians that are in here to come and study, to come and live, or they came here through a COS and doing support work or care work. A lot of people have tried. And I can tell you one thing I know about Nigerians is that we are the most hardworking, country in the whole world. Whenever you see Nigerians, they're always trying to win. And Nigerians are the best. I can tell you that there is no Nigerians that I've met that cannot say that they're not educated. They're educated to the college or to university level, masters and PhD. And it is really good, when you come to this country, United Kingdom, to come and study, to come and achieve. But a lot of our the other side is basically that they have misused the opportunity, they have abused the opportunity, living in the United Kingdom. And, and what has this created? This has created a lot of, review by the UK Home Office. They have been doing a lot of assessments. As you know, if I give you a brief about a Nigerian family that lives here, a lot of Nigerian couples and husband and wife and with children, you can see that a lot of Nigerians now have a broken marriage. And what does that mean? Whether intentional or not intentional, a lot of Nigerian women, a lot of Nigerian men, few of Nigerian men, what they end up is basically that when you have a very good relationship in Nigeria, you live in Banana Island, Lekki, or Matama in Abuja, or anywhere, you were doing well, you have families, all of a sudden, all because of the Japa. And all these things started, 5 years ago or more than 5 years ago, when the UK Home Office gave a blank visa check for everybody to come to this country to come and study. And you can see that even a lot of people that they are not meant to come and study, they took the opportunity because they said, oh, I'm gonna go to UK to study anyway. And you can see elderly of 40, 45, 50, 60 trying to say that they want to come and study here, but all of it, the intention was basically to come and do something else. So, and on the marriage level, Nigerian couples have been in this country, come down here on a happy family, but you end up hearing that both couples have been separated. The wife has gone to report to the police, and the police has separated them, or maybe you have a kind of a lady that wants to get married to a man in Nigeria, and that lady lives in the United Kingdom, and all of a sudden the woman did a sponsor visa for that man to come to the United Kingdom, but all of a sudden she was betrayed by this man. Immediately the man was fornicating, carrying other women's, and eventually when the woman wants to take an action, goes to the Home Office, and the man fabricated that he's trying to threaten him, and the man will claim an asylum and etc. like that. So it has happened on both sides, but it has been on a high side on our women, and as I've said, if you look at our Japa, there was a report by the UK police that 70% of Yoruba women, please, can you stop reporting your husband to us, because we know what you're doing. You're trying to use all those fabricated false excuse to claim asylum, to get benefit for your children. And this has really had a lot of emotional, physical, financial impact on both, and even, mentally, on the children, on the husband, on the wife, So Nigerians that have a very good, romantic, comfortable, relationship in Nigeria, they all of a sudden they get into the United Kingdom and the pressure goes up, and all of a sudden they just kaboom, everything, they split up. The wife will get to a pressure point, the limit of the pressure point, and they will now take it on the husband, and he will now go and report to the police. And what did the UK police do? The UK police will come in and just say that the husband should leave the house, and they will kick the husband out. We have seen situations where even Nigerian family that have lived with each other for 5, 10 years, 20 years, to be honest with you, because of the system, everybody, say that, okay, UK is a woman's country, even the woman can slap you and even again call the police onto you, etc. And it's the way the system was being designed, and the system is flawed. The system has been wrong. And now the Home Office is now realizing that a lot of people are fabricating lies, making up, false accusations against their husband or against their wife, because they want to claim asylum, they want to claim benefit. And whenever these things happen, who picks up the bill? Is the United Kingdom. It's the Home Office that picks up the bill. And this is why you see up to 10,000 of immigrants, in the illegal immigrants in the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom is dealing with this issue. The Home Office is dealing with the issue of illegal immigration, where people are just swarming in through the water. Everybody just wants to get to the UK. They don't want to go to France. They don't want to go to anywhere in Europe. They prefer coming to the United Kingdom, and they will do any means to get into the United Kingdom. And this is why this has blown into proportion to the extent that the Home Office cannot afford it. Just imagine putting asylum seekers, illegal immigrants into Marriott Hotel. Do you know how much that costs? One night in Marriott Hotel is like £250, And if you know what £250 is, that's almost like 600,000 naira per night. And that is what is happening. So, and the Home Office, instead of them to overview the whole immigration system, they're taking this against Nigerians, against Pakistani, against Sri Lanka, which is really wrong. There is a lot of people, citizens that are coming through the illegal route, not only Nigerians. Actually, when you look at the facts, Nigerians are the most hardworking here. Our Nigerian students here, do you know how much they pay? They pay 15,000, 18,000, 20,000. Nigerians that have COS here, do you know how much they spend on certificate of sponsorship to come and work in this country? You know, they pay almost 20 to 30 million. You know, so Nigerians are the most hardworking. And when I saw this news, which everybody, the TVC is carrying out, BBC is, everybody, all papers are carrying it out now. You know, when the Home Office said they have now highlighted and figure out the countries that are really causing a lot of immigrants, which is wrong. Which is wrong. They now said Nigerians, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka is wrong. Nigerians that are here, which I know, we are a community leader in Leeds here. Nigerians have put a lot of money, a lot into the UK economy. You know, that is the way I look at it. There might be few that might be coming through the illegal route, but the Nigerian students, the Nigerians COS that have been in this country, you know, the Home Office they have gotten their priorities so wrong, especially this administration. They're just accusing the wrong country, etc. Countries that are working hard, putting money into their economy, because I know I've met a lot of Nigerians. We deal with more than 5,000 Nigerians in Leeds, not to talk of Yorkshire. Nigerians that I've seen here, they paid for their studies, and these are not cheap. You talk about 12,000, 15,000 for their school fees, 18,000, 20,000. All they want is to be able to study and live in this country. But they have picked, you know, the race, you know, a colored race, basically, the way I look at it. And I think that, you know, this is going to come out from the human rights and from the racial equality group. Because why are you only picking on Nigerian, Pakistan, and Sri Lankan? You know, you're not picking on other race. There's Romania there. There's people, there's Polish here there. There is a lot of people from China, all those countries, which are not black. You know, but they're picking on Nigerians. So, you mean, this is wrong. But, you know, what I want to say is that at the end of the day, you know, I want to, this is the point of this YouTube video, is to advise my fellow Nigerian students and families and businesses. You know, a lot of people, and you can see a lot of Nigerians have gone through a lot here, to the extent that all because of their marriage has been broken, because of the UK police that have separated the family. You have seen situations where the wife has wanted to report the husband because the husband was disciplining the child, you know, and they have now separated them. And this is what is going on. When you look at Nigerian communities now in the whole of UK, there is a lot of marriage breakage. You know, the marriage, the relationship is broken. This UK government has actually inflicted their curse onto us. We have a culture. Basically, I never see any Nigerian that will be abusing their family. I might be wrong, but what I'm saying is that we don't, at the end of the day, we might, yes, I don't condone violence. I will never allow anybody to lay their hands on a woman or a man. But the fact of the UK trying to say that they're going to be restricting visa for Nigerian student families, Pakistan and Sri Lanka is totally wrong. And this is what I normally advise, that we Nigerians, we need to behave ourselves. We have seen a lot, some records of Nigerians that are here, you know, as couples, and they decided to just go and report their husband for nothing, because they want to claim asylum. And we have seen history, a lot of them like that, a lot of women. This is why, you know, a relationship with Nigerians in the United Kingdom or diaspora is very difficult, because they use this as a tool. You will see Nigerian wife that is married to a Nigerian man, you know, they went to do their tradition, everything, and you see a Nigerian woman be accusing the husband that my husband raped me, and he will go and go because he wants to get an asylum. So all those things are all going on, you know, and not to talk about how the UK government social has been taking Nigerian children away from them, because at the end of the day, they just believe that leaving a child and let that child rot and become a armed robber, become a drug dealer, that is their own fashion. You know, we Nigerians, we know how to discipline our child. We don't abuse our children. But with emotions, we want that child to grow up to become a better person in a society. And living in the United Kingdom is not that suitable for most Nigerians. Nigerians are struggling here. So that is that part. And again, the idea of UK now trying to restrict Nigerian visa is another thing. You see a lot of people that came here to come and study. You definitely know that, okay, are they really here to come and study? And for me, I always advise from a community point of view, if you're a Nigerian student, you can always come here, come and do your study, get your degree, and get your 2 years postgraduate. Use that to work for 2 years. By the time you work for 3 years with your studentship, you'll be able to have a lot of money. You can save a lot, the money that you've never had. You can save 20,000, 30,000, and you take that money back home. Once your visa is finished or is about to finish, you buy your ticket, you go back home. By the time you go home with 40 million, 50 million, you'll be able to establish something. But I don't know why Nigerians just decide want to stay in this country and suffer. Because what will kill you, there's so many factors that will kill you in this country. Not physically, emotionally. A student that is living, you now finish your study, you want to stay in the UK. You want to get a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom flat. Do you know how much that is? You have to pay the council tax. You have to pay your gas bill. You have to pay your electricity. You have to pay water. You have to pay for TV license. Having a TV in your house, just imagine, you have to pay for that. It's bills, 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 bills. You will never be able to save comfortably in the United Kingdom. And this is why I was watching this guy's YouTube today. And it's a very catching one that I circulated on the platform. He said the real cost of UK life, why many Nigerians abroad stay broke. And it's very simple. It's very simple. If you don't have a comfortable job, even we did an advice on the YouTube. As a Nigerian, if you're here as a student, as a family, and let's say for example, we have lots of Nigerians that they can do tailoring, they can do fashion, they know how to cook. They cook for their husband very well. You can have a second job, by helping people, to cook, to do catering. And you make a little bit of money, that is the way to do it. You pay your tax and etc. But some Nigerians there that if you think that you can survive in this country by just doing 9-to-5 work, it's impossible. Unless you're a manager or a director or working in a bank, accountant, that is the only way. We have seen a lot of Nigerians that have survived, that have succeeded. And why? All those people, they brought a very good intellect idea of how to set up a business. You can set up your own business, a limited company. And to be honest with you, I met one of our members. Our members came down, and do you know that he came to our office? He said he wants, and we advised, this guy knows how to do fufu. How to do fufu. And for example, fufu is very scarce in Leeds. And he came down, and now that brother is now supplying fufu to Nigerian shops in Leeds and even outside, making a lot of money. Just 3 fufus, that is like £10. So Nigerians that comes to this country, they only come here to come and study and work, which is fine. They pay their taxes. But whenever you think that you can rely on one set of job, it's going to be difficult for you. And this is why this guy that was talking about why many Nigerians abroad stay broke. You stay broke because you spend all your money paying bills. Let's, for example, you have 4 kids. You have to pay electricity, gas, council tax. You pay TV license. You pay water. You pay your car insurance. You pay your income insurance. What else? You have to do shopping every month or every week for the children. You have to take the children out. How much? This is up to 9 bills. 9 to 10 bills you're paying if you have a big family. How much can you afford in a month? If you're earning, let's say you're earning £3,000 or £4,000 after tax, and you have 4 kids, a 3 to 4 bedrooms now in Leeds, you're looking at 1,200, 1,500. In London, it's like 2,500. So this is why, first of all, we normally tell people, if you're coming to UK, try to avoid going to London. Come to the north. Go to Manchester. Come to Leeds. Go to the Durham. Go to Newcastle. Go to Middlesbrough. Don't go to London. Everybody wants to go to London, but London is busy. It's busy. It's debt. Immediately you get to London, you can never have a rest of mind. The pressure will always be there. Just for example, you that have 1 or 2 or 3 kids in London, you can never survive. London is made for single people. And this is why a lot of people that live in London have actually contacted us. They want to move to Leeds and they have peace of mind. So Nigerians don't do their own work when you're coming to the United Kingdom. You rush into things. I'm going to UK. I'm going to UK. You don't even do your research. Do your research, the communities, organization that can give you an advice. It's simple. There was a friend that contacted me, came to our office, and he had a charity in Nigeria. And he was trying to help Nigerians to do a business in Nigeria. But there was this fellow that wants to come to UK to come and study. But all of a sudden, this fellow does not have enough money to even pay the school fees. And what that means is that if your school fees is 18,000, the first thing the Home Office will ask you is that you need to deposit 5,000 and you pay the remaining in 3 installments. So let's, for example, your school fees is 15,000 and they ask you that you should pay 5,000 or 4,000 and they divide the remaining. You have to pay £3,000 or £4,000 every month or on 3 installments. And you have to make sure you can survive. If you're a student that is only working 20 hours a week in the United Kingdom, that is the only hours you're allowed. If you do more than that, they will catch you. You know? So surviving in the United Kingdom is very difficult for Nigerians. And Nigerians have violated their visas. Whenever they give you a student visa, you know, instead of you to finish your student visa and go back to Nigeria and go and apply for another visa so that you can come back and do business, Nigerians will say, I want to stay here. You see some students, they will find a way, they want to claim asylum, and they will be caught. There was a guy that called me from Lagos. Why? Why did he call me from Lagos? He now called me. The guy lives in Leeds. He now called us that, excuse me, Mr. President, the Home Office have just put him in a plane and he has now arrived in Lagos. Do you know that this guy does not have even 10,000 naira to take a bus from Lagos to Delta? The guy was from Delta. And why? This guy has finished his student course, etc. Instead of him to get ready, pack his load, the little money you have, whether it's £10,000 or £15,000, take it back to Nigeria, go and use it to start business, you know, and he wanted to change, he wanted to go and claim asylum. And what happened is that in the process of doing that, you know, and he was just going to go and do shopping. And the Home Office stopped him and they put his finger on the system. And he now brought him out. They said, this person has finished. He's no more within his visa rules and etc. He has violated his visa rule. And immediately on that spot, that guy was wearing slippers. It was that slippers. Even the wallet, everything was in the room. He was not able to pick anything up. The next time he saw himself in Lagos. So this is the issue. Whenever you're a student, you're coming, you need to read it. And this is for our Nigerian individual and family that is in Nigeria at the moment. If you're planning to come to UK, if you're lucky to get a visa, if they give you 2 years visa, make sure you do your 2 years and go back. Don't try to say you want to claim asylum after. You will shoot yourself in the foot and you will be banned from the UK. It's as simple as that. We have seen families, students that have tried to use that trick. Now, the Home Office have now done their assessment and they have now said that they're going to be restricting visas for Nigeria. And that is going to be taking effect before the end of this month. So what we're now giving to you is a Japa awareness for Nigerians, especially Nigerians back home. This is what you need to listen to, you know. And you know what we are saying is that you know, things that have been going well within the United Kingdom. You know, the United Kingdom has been able to say we want to give Nigerian visa. Now, the bad people have now spoiled it, and all because of that, the UK have now decided that Nigeria, out of 180 countries, they've singled out Nigerians, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka. A lot of Nigerians here, whenever they get here, you will never see them saying that they want to go back to Nigeria. Even when we're distributing food, if I try to tell someone, are you going back to Nigeria? They will look at me this way, as if I'm cursing them. Nigeria, we're not that bad. Yes, some people like us have had the opportunity to stay in this country. You know, a lot of us had the accent that we were born here. So that is the opportunity we have. But if you're a Nigerian student or family that are here on a COS and you know that you cannot get any of your extension visa, immediately your visa is about to finish, you need to go back to Nigeria. Go and reapply. They will give you another one. The British system, is very happy with that. If they give you 2 years and you use that 2 years before it finishes, you go back. I can tell you, if you apply for 5 years, they will even give you 10 years. I've had families that I was able to get a visa for, and that when they got the visa, they went back on time. By the time they applied for the next visa, they gave my dad 5 years and 10 years. That is the nature, because you know why this is like this is that the UK government believes that if they give you 2 years, you go back, and they give you another 3 years, you go back. The next time they will give you 10 years. It's like trust. But we Nigerians, we have abused the system. We have broken that trust. We have broken that trust for some people that are even about to come from home. And that is the problem. Whether you're a student, whether you're a family, yes, we know that you want to live a comfortable life for your children. You want your children to have higher education. Very good one. We have it in Nigeria. But not everybody is going to be in this country. People are not born equal. The fingers are not the same. Some people that are lucky to be in this country are lucky. If you're not lucky to be in this country, but you have a pick to have an opportunity to come to this country with your visa, once your visa is about to finish, why don't you go back? Now, Nigerians have abused the system. Now, the UK government has now, put us one side. They're going to be restricting the visa, and they're going to even make it harder now for people that are about to come down. They've already tightened their rules on the student visa already. The student visa now, before they said Nigerian students are making accounts up. Now, they have now managed to curb that. So, for you to come to this country to come and study, there is a lot of old restrictions now that you're going through. A lot of you are experiencing now. If you go to Nigerian embassy in Lagos and in Abuja, So this whole matter of, we Nigerians, we need to understand that if you're coming to this country, try to be honest, But what Nigerians are doing here is that they're using it. Once they get here, they get stuck. And once they get stuck and they don't want to go back again, they always find a way to claim asylum. So they're using the system to claim asylum instead of them to go back. So the Home Office is now saying that, okay, we're going to make it harder for Nigerians, for other people that are innocent that are coming. And this is the situation. In our last video, I talked about living in the United Kingdom. How do you live in the United Kingdom? A lot of people think that, okay, I want to bring my children here because education is free. The education is not free. I don't know where you get them from. Children's education is not free because they don't tell you to pay for school fee. They're deducting that money from the tax. That is why you will not have any savings. You can only have savings when you have worked for... We have been in this country more than 10 years, more than 15 years. You have to be in this country. UK of today is no more the same as 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. A lot of Nigerians, the education in UK is free. The education in Nigeria, we pay 800,000 per term, 1.2 million per term. Please, why are you deceiving yourself? Why? There's no point deceiving yourself. Education in America and UK is not free. Do you know how many things I've counted for you? The amount of tax. You pay council tax, you pay income tax, you pay TV license, you pay your electricity, you pay your bills. The council tax it pays for everything. It's a combination and everything is going up. So the UK knows how to tie you down in this country. And what I try to tell people is that mortgages. You are a new Nigerian that have just come to this country. You need to be careful because before you get yourself in a mortgage. The mortgage is a scam. Yes, it's good for you to have a mortgage rather than for you to be paying rent to someone else. You can be paying that rent. But once you get yourself into mortgage of 30 years, 40 years, you will be stuck in this country. You will be working 24 hours. Some Nigerians will do 3 shifts That is what they do because they want to pay their bills. They never had time. Just a family, husband and wife, have 3 or 4 kids. They work day in, day out, all because the rent alone is 1,300. Not to talk about bill, not to talk about water, not to talk about TV license, not to talk about road tax, not to talk about petrol, not to talk about the insurance of the car, not to talk about welfare for the children and the family, not to talk about taking the family out, not to talk about everything in the house. It's so tiring. How can you get savings? You cannot. A lot of you that are watching this YouTube, you know what I'm talking about. You cannot have a comfortable savings. But why can't we Nigerians that have visas come to this country? You work so hard, day in, day out, save that money. By the time you say 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, you take that money back home. Do you know how much that is, 30,000? That's almost 55 to 60 million. You can use that to do a lot of things. Your family will be comfortable. You can do business. But Nigerians will decide to stay in this country and they keep on suffering. I don't like it, eh? I'm just out because I was born in this country and I've been here. So the impact of what Nigerians are going through, I'm not that feeling it because I've been working in this country for more than 15 years or 20 or 10, 20 years. And I've been able to understand the system, saved. But all those things goes against bill. It's bills, 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 bills. Bills, 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 bills in the United Kingdom. You never have savings because that's the way they design the system. And if you someone that are coming from Nigeria, you want to rush, you're bringing 20 million, 30 million. What is 30 million in the UK? By the time you change it, do you know how much that is? That's 15,000. Living in the cost of living in the United Kingdom, why Nigerians abroad stay broke? And most of the Nigerians here, most of us, we forget home. We don't even do anything. You keep on, when you don't even have savings, you can't even buy a plot of land to be developing your own land or to be doing businesses. There are businesses you can do, start investing, do a small shopping complex, build your own place. But Nigerians forgot. They will stick yourself into a mortgage that they cannot afford. Once they get into that mortgage, you can't come out again. You're stuck. And the mortgage system is a way that the Bank of England will always keep the rate very high. And once the rate of Bank of England is high, the bank will increase its APR. And this is why they give you fixed rate. They will never give you a long rate they can give it, I don't know, maybe they give people 10 years APR rate, etc. The Bank of England is making money. The banks is making money. The UK economy is making money. So you'll be paying a lot of money. Every month you're paying more than £1,000 on rent because you have big family. How can you save? You can't. But we have some Nigerians here that are very wise. They have 1 or 2 or 3 businesses. Like, for example, Nigerian businesses that supermarkets. Some people have fashion, the tailoring, etc. The only way you can survive is to start your own business. Create an organization. Create a company. If you can plait hair. Do you know that women here, to do weaving alone, do you know how much? It costs 50 to 60 pounds. If you're a Nigerian lady that is doing that, just doing 2 of them every week, do you know how much you can make? And you tell them to pay you cash. Once they pay you cash, you don't need to, the Home Office does not know anything about it. You don't need to pay any tax. If you're doing women hair, just 2 in a week, and you're charging, let's say 40 pounds, you're making 80 pounds a day cash. These are the secrets of surviving in the United Kingdom. If you want to stay in this country, making sure that you're on top of your visa. Don't let your visa goes out because that upsets the Home Office. It upsets them. Some people have forgotten their life basically because they don't even have time. They don't even have time to update their visa. And you that you are a student, you finish your masters. Why don't you go back to Nigeria? Go and get something. The point of you coming to UK is to go and get the degree. Go and use it. Nigeria is getting better now. But with your mind that Nigeria will never get better, we are the baddest country. That is what everybody, your mind is telling you that. Thinking that UK, Is this UK? There is a lot of suffering in the UK. So Nigeria, what is happening now is that once they get kicked out for the house because of their relationship, their marriage, or they can't even afford to pay, you see Nigerians sleeping outside, homeless, in the cold. And this is not to scare you. This is to give you the reality of living in the United Kingdom. And this is why the Home Office, is going to be restricting visas for Nigerian students, families, because we have abused the system. The UK government said that they've given an opportunity for Nigerian students and families to come to this country. But when the student is about to finish, the student will create one kind of, fabricate one, etc., go and claim asylum. The same thing, the wife will say they will go and just lie to the police or create a fabricate. There's nothing happening. Then the UK will say that, okay, we'll give you benefits, we'll do this. There's no more of that. Even all those things are not happening anymore. If you like, you can claim asylum. The Home Office now knows all the secrets now. So it's better for us to be aware, to wake up. And this is a wake-up call to Nigerians in the diaspora and at home, that the UK government is going to be restricting visas from now, and they're going to be putting everything in a white paper. They will be publishing it. So now the whole issue is that for those people that are just about to come from Nigeria, now they're going to find it harder. And this is not a good news for a lot of people that wants to travel to United Kingdom, because Nigerians have abused their visa rules, etc. Nigerians, you will never see any Nigerians that you say that, are you going back home? Nobody wants to go back home. And I understand, because they believe that there's 24 hours light, there's etc. Nigerians were getting there. But if you don't have the authority to stay in the country, why are you forcing yourself? Why are you making things up? Why don't you make money, use all your time to work hard, make money, and take that money back to Nigeria? You'll be living a luxury life, So this is just an awareness as part of our, continuing Japa warning and advice to Nigerians that the UK government is now setting up a restriction visa for Nigerians, which they're going to be putting in a white paper as from this month. The living in Nigeria, living in abroad, Nigerians that are living in abroad, this is why they always stay broke. You see a lot of Nigerians, and we see a lot of them attending food banks, food palliatives, and etc. Because everybody wants to survive. You cannot even shop with £10. When you have 4 kids, how are you going to feed them? Some people, you can't even get a shift in a week. So it's a kind of and what we try to advise Nigerians is that whenever you and your husband try and work together, Nigerian women, don't go and report your husband to the police when there is nothing that is happening. We do not condone violence, but if there is violence, you try the first time, second time, third time, it doesn't work. Everybody should go their separate way. We do not condone a man to be laying their hands on their woman, or a woman to be carrying chairs and etc. Because action and reaction, that is what happened. Action and reaction. Our women, you need to understand that. You need to respect your marriage. You need to respect that your husband is the head of the family. You are the root and the tree. If there is a tree, if there is no root and branch, that tree will fall. So you cannot do without each other. And also think about the children. Don't just think about yourself. Some people have separated a woman. Our women in a marriage have caused a lot of damage to the family, same as the men, and which has affected their children. Some of the Nigerian wives, whether in the UK or in the diaspora at home, they will not let even the father to see the child. They denied custody. Or the husband would deny custody from the wife. Why? And you call yourself a Christian, you call yourself a Muslim, whatever you serve. So these are all issues that we try to work together in the community. And this is why, we advise all community groups, in Leeds and in the United Kingdom to try and set up a way we can always talk to Nigerian families. We're a community. We should not be having lots of marriage breakage within our community. But all because we live our culture, we think that we're British. Even the British police, they don't support you come and report your husband on a false information, etc. But if it's really happening, if there is that abuse, yeah, you have the right to go and report to the police, and the police will take action. But in a situation where the police, you fabricate lies and the police will investigate, they now realize that you're lying because you want to get a benefit or something, the consequence is going to come back to bite you. It will. It has happened to a lot of some Nigerians. They think that they can, they think that they can just go and make things up because they want to lie, because they want to injure their husband, because they're just so upset. A very little thing that you can sit down in a house and walk out. And this is why Nigerian marriages, are in disarray in the diaspora. So, we just need to see how Nigerians should start behaving. Whenever you get a visa to this country, the diaspora, use it responsibly. It's not that you get to this country, you don't want to go back again. Yeah, why? You don't want to go back again because you've seen constant life. You see, there's more easy life. There's more easy life in Nigeria. But if you have an opportunity to come and study here, to come and work, to come and make some money, then take that money and go back to Nigeria. Because staying here, you're just delaying the inevitable. There's lots of suffering. As long as you do not have a work permit or document to stay in this country, you keep on moving everywhere. If you stay in your house, someone will knock at your door, you think that is immigration. But the day they will catch you, you might just be going to shopping. And once they carry you there, even if you're wearing slippers, you're wearing your towel, they will carry you like that. You will get to Lagos. And that is what has happened to a lot of Nigerians. Unfortunately, you can see a lot of Nigerians that even there was some people that gave us a report that a lot of Nigerians are in the detention center in Heathrow Airport ready to be deported back to Nigeria. Because a lot of Nigerians have abused the system, and we have abused the system, and we have now, caused a situation where people that are innocent, that are trying to come and study in this country, now the Home Office will now going to be making it harder for them, for a lot of people coming from Nigeria. And this is a lesson. This is an awareness. We need to change our attitude. Yes, everybody wants to come to this country. You want to bring your children to study in this country. But education in UK is not free. I don't know where you get your education. I've been in this country now. I was born in this country. Education in this country is not free. If you have to pay your tax, you cannot just come to. Just imagine. Look at whenever you're collecting your visa, you pay your NHIS. You pay some money on top of your visa. And once you get here, you'll be paying into the system council tax. A council tax, every household pays council tax. Every household will pay national insurance. Every household will pay income tax. You pay your road tax. You pay your TV license. Because you're having TV, you have to pay your TV license. So, this is why you cannot, if you don't plan yourself properly, you cannot survive in this country. You end up in a food bank. You end up homeless. And all because you don't have paper, the Home Office will not give you any benefit. Then you'll be sleeping. You'll be stuck in the UK. I've seen a lot of Nigerians that are stuck. They are now doing drugs. They are now going mental. They are homeless. They are physical. Their mental, their emotional state is in a mess. We have seen lots of people coming to us in the community. Please, Nigerians, we need to behave and let's get our acts together. If you're in this country, you know that you don't have paper. Find a way to go back because the Home Office is going around now. And when they catch you, they will just knock at your door. Or they will catch you. They can just stop you. Because all they're doing is that they're doing stop and search. Once they stop you, they put your hand onto their machine. It will tell you your status straight away. So it's very important that we... So today's topic is just about Japa and echoing and awareness of what is to come, which is the UK, United Kingdom, to restrict visas for Nigerian student families, Pakistani and Sri Lankans. You know, they have picked some areas and they have not picked some areas. You know, why restricting visas for Nigerian students? And we Nigerians were the one that are putting money into this economy. Whether you're a student, whether you're COS, you see a lot of Nigerians there. You see them in the night, you see them around 12 o'clock. They're the one at the bus stop, ready to go and do support work. COS. And every Nigerians here, we work so hard. But the Home Office does not see that. The Home Office does not see that. During Margaret Thatcher gave a lot of open check visa for Indians and Pakistan to come to this country. This is why when you see a lot of our Indian brothers and Pakistan, everybody, a lot of them, there's so many, more than Nigerians. But the moment Nigerians are coming to this country, the Home Office has just classed us as baddie. And I don't blame them, because we Nigerians, we have abused the system. We are not loyal. We are even betraying our fellow Nigerian brothers. At home, at work, we betray our husband, we betray our wives, we betray everybody. You know, that's why we can never be honest to each other. You know, that is an awareness. All these things we're saying. We're not just saying it out. It's what I've experienced. I've seen a lot of Nigerians crying in our office because they're tired. A Nigerian that is using Jeep in Nigeria, you have a car, you're comfortable, you come to this country, you'll be pushing pram to go to the food bank. You see Nigerians now, all of them all about. Everybody push pram, the husband goes to work because someone has to look after the children. In Nigeria now, you can give money to house help to help you. You cannot do that here. Nigerian women that are driving Jeeps, that everything, you cannot do that here. Everybody is surviving. Once you have children here, children is number one. That is the fact. And that is the standard of living. So this is what we're saying, is that at the end of the day, Nigerians, we need to know. And if you don't know, contact your community. Our organization is www.nycn.org.uk. You can send us an email at admin@nycn.org.uk. Our office is in Pickering Mount in Amley in Leeds, West Yorkshire. We're always here to support. We do consultation service. If you want to set up a business, there is a charge for that. We help Nigerians with NIN. We help Nigerians with their Nigerian e-passport, you know, application process using the NIS contactless app. We can help you with, if you want to collect visa to Nigeria, we can help you. There is always a consultation fee for that. Give us a call. You know, our number is 447702577580, or you can give us a call on 0113-873-0617. You know, check our website out. We always have to help. But today is an awareness, is a Japa and echoing and awareness of what is next to come, the United Kingdom, to restrict visas for Nigerian students, families. Please be aware. If you're a Nigerian coming to this country, make sure you're doing your homework. If you're going to somewhere, make sure you find the Nigerian community there. Contact them, let them advise you. Don't just rush. Don't just rush that, you want to take the opportunity to go and study your masters, and you don't even know how to finish the payment. How are you going to pay 15,000, 18,000? Do you have a financial plan? Because if you get to this country, let's say, for example, 4,000, they take 4,000 deposit from you in Lagos, and you're paying 18,000. The remaining 14,000, how are you going to be able to pay it in 3 installments? You'll be running mad here. This is what we're advising you. Do your financial plan. Do your homework. If you're a family that have children, 1 or 2, leave the children in Nigeria. Let the husband and wife come here first. Come and see the ground. Come and study before you bring your children in. Because once you bring your children, you're done. And by law, you have to get 3 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms by must, because you have children. Nigerians don't do this. They just want to rush. Once they rush into this country, you know, this country will suck all your money, even the money. We have seen families that they run out of money, and that family sold their business in Nigeria. Very stupid idea. Sold their houses, sold their car, because they want to use that money to pay their bills here. You see, can you see how stupid that is? You know, you have now gone red here. You have family here, you know, but you're selling things in Nigeria, in Naira. How much are you going to, even if you sell something in 50 million, that will not even, by the time you convert it to pounds, it will not help you. And this is the situation which Nigeria are getting themselves into. Nigerians will come here, instead of you to cut your coat according to your size, you want to buy a car. You want to behave like myself, which have been in this country for 15, 20 years. Other Nigerians that have been in this country. We don't cut our coat according to our size. You know, that is why. If you don't need to live in 3 bedrooms, if you can manage 2 bedrooms, manage it. If you're a single or 2 husband and wife, you can manage a room. There's no point. You know, you need to manage yourself. If you don't work out your budget every month, you will never have anything to save. The first month, you might think that you will save. Second month, third month, fourth month, you're spending a year here, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, up to 10 years. You end up saying you can't even save up to £5,000. That is the reality. That is the reality here. You know. And you know, at the end of the day, if you have a family that is asking for money at home, you tell them your situation. It's not for you to be pouring all your money back home. If people are asking for you for money all the time, tell them that, sorry, you're working hard here. You know, yes, some people have to send money back home to their mother. Yes, that is very important. But if you have cousins and everybody taxing you, you need to block them a bit and work hard here. It's not easy to survive in this country. But to survive in this country is possible if you have a very good plan, a very reasonable, professional, credible plan. And that plan is real. You work out your risk assessment, you'll be fine. This is an advice we give to you. And I will always tell people the truth. They come to our office, they come to our communities, and I will tell you the truth. If you don't like, don't greet me. It's not a problem. I know that God knows that I've done my best. But if I'm lying to you that you survive in this country, etc., and if you try to come and do something illegal here, any criminal or drugs area, you'll be caught. You will go to prison. You know. So may the Lord continue to bless us. So that's the update. And the topic today is Japa echoing an awareness of the United Kingdom, which they're going to be restricting visas for Nigerian students, families, and the white paper is going to be published at the end of this month. Starting from the end of this month. So Nigerians in the diaspora, Nigerians at home, especially, please be aware. You know, be aware. We have seen some Nigerians that have abused the system and they have put us in this mess because, you know, when they collect visa, they don't want to go back home. They start claiming asylum, start claiming benefits, and the Home Office has now realized that Nigerians that are coming here, they are not serious. They're not actually here to study. They're not actually here to come and work, to make money or to survive and go back to Nigeria. Nigeria does not want to go back anymore because, and this has caused a lot of UK reviewing, and they're going to be revising their visa opportunities for Nigerians. So thank you so much. We're going to give you more updates soon again on any news. Please keep on watching our channel, and you can put comments. Please put comment, but try to be polite. Okay. You know, we will continue to do what we have to do. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Bye-bye. Good night.